Today's post is in light of the news coming out of Australia, which I can't exactly say is a surprise. They've lifted the protection for white sharks. Whether you like sharks or not, there's a point that should be obvious, but I think is actually overlooked. White sharks were protected because we hunted them to the point to where there were basically none left. Now that protection seems to possibly be working and they're starting to show up again, we react by killing them. What does that say about whether or not we really want these animals around? What does that say about our perception of coexistence? It means that everything else needs to stay at the brink of extinction and not do any better than that. The only thing that seems to be allowed to flourish is our species. And by flourish, I mean turn into a plague that overtakes the planet, us, and the food that we raise to feed a population that's out of control. Congratulations, humans, we are going to be a planet of factory-produced food and us. How beautiful that will be. All because we can't abide by nature's rules. Death is a part of life. Oh, but not for us. We're special. We were created in God's image so that we could send out mean tweets to other people while we take a shit and then go sit in an office for the rest of our day. Or stare at our cell phones in the hours that we aren't doing those things. Wow, we are really important contributions to this planet. Thank God we're clearing out everything else to make more room for. You understand how gross this planet is going to be without other animals on it? Without other life on it? That's this big sense of accomplishment that we have through technology and the fact that we're able to produce fake meat inside of a laboratory. Guess what? Nature already had this shit under control in a gorgeous manner, not an artificial manner, and our big accomplishment is to ruin that and replace it with our own system that basically means everything else has to die except for us and our food. Oh, and I guess we'll get to keep our pets for a while until people deem them to be too dangerous to exist, because after all, he has teeth. They say that you fear what you don't know. They say that you fear what you're unfamiliar with. Well, guess what? Humans aren't familiar with very much anymore. It's a slippery slope when humans get to decide how many of anything is too many or too few. Because when you're not used to seeing something, starting to see them seems bad to you and unusual to you. Seeing 2 great white sharks in a year across the globe could potentially be deemed as too many because people are scared of them. People are scared of him. People are scared of him. People are scared of things. We live our lives face down, looking at technology, surrounded by technology, in a bubble of a false reality that we've built around ourselves, while in the process getting rid of nature. And then we have the gall to go and retreat to nature on the weekends and say, oh, isn't this nice? Let me blow the minds of all of you geniuses out there that say that there is a plague of sharks. There's supposed to be a lot of sharks. The ocean was not exclusively created for you to go out and rape until you have taken everything you can possibly take from it without anything else gaining a piece of the action. That's not how it works. It's not how it's supposed to work, at least. But if another animal should have the gall to show up and take a fish off your fishing line, well, there isn't a plague of sharks out there. If there isn't a plague of seals out there, how dare something else on this planet that's starving because the only thing left to eat is plastic should try to take a fish? Man, this obviously pisses me off. Maybe the irony of it is what is so galling. We think we've accomplished this great deed by subduing nature and showing the planet who's boss. We aren't doing ourselves any favors here. We've won, people. Do you get it? We've won. Nature got its fucking ass kicked by us. And the results aren't good. My only other thought on the matter is that fishing is culling. This is a way for the government to possibly say, well, we're not going to increase culling measures, but we are going to allow fishing. Fishermen are the best cullers that there are. Shark! Shark! Dick.